Shalom and welcome to 2 Minutes of Torah. This year is entitled Preparing Your Clothing for the 9 days, before the 9 days, and during the 9 days. So we know that part of the problem during the 9 days that we have in Avelis issues and halachot is dealing with the clothing, not just wear freshly laundered clothing in addition to not laundering your clothing. So what do you do about your clothing during the 9 days? You're not supposed to wear them freshly laundered during the 9 days. So what's the halacha? So you're supposed to wear them beforehand now. It's not openly discussed in the Shulchan Aruch what that means, but it is discussed by Hilchot 3 weeks. But by Taf Pei Tet in Yoredeya, Shin Pei Tet in Yoredeya, it does talk about the poskim mention wearing an hour or so. Someone else wears it an hour. Talk about someone else because the Aval himself can't wear it, so he has someone else wear it. But it could be in the 9 days, you prepare ahead of time, so you wear something. It has to be exactly an hour. No, the idea is that it's wrinkled. It no longer has that fresh look to it. So that's what's done. High Kennedy says you can wear a few at a time as long as it produces that wrinkled look. It doesn't have that fresh feel and look anymore. This applies to regular clothing. What about undergarments? So people usually just wear fresh undergarments. The poskim don't say, oh yeah, of course it's mutter. It's not that way. Some say yes, at a big day it's just undergarments, it's just to absorb the sweat, and you could put it on fresh each day. Not everyone agrees with that. Some say even those should be worn a little bit beforehand, or should at least be put on the floor during the 9 days so it doesn't have that fresh feel to it. Now regarding putting regular clothing on the floor and so that it's no longer fresh, Nevitzal and others weren't exactly excited about that advice. Minchas Yitzchak Dayan Weiss did mention it. It's best to wear it before the 9 days, and only if you didn't wear it for an hour or half hour or so, then you have to figure out another thing to do. That would be an advice, but it's not ideal. What about on Shabbat, wearing new clothing on Shabbat, fresh clothing? You're allowed to wear fresh clothing on Shabbat. Question is, you go ahead, you put it on, take it off, put it on, take it off. Is it an act of hachana? Some folks get a little nervous about that. It looks like you're just taking it on and off. So the Rav Chaim says, well, if you put on something at night, then you get up in the morning putting something else on, then you take a little nap, and afterwards you put something else on. It's not so apparent that you're doing it just to prepare for after Shabbat. So there might be some room to be made. Some are concerned that, wait a second, I'm only allowed to wear freshly laundered stuff on Shabbat for Kavod Shabbat. I'm not doing it for Kavod Shabbat. I'm doing it so I can have weekday clothing. So even if it's not Hachana, is it right? Because I'm not doing it for Kavod Shabbos. I don't have that het there. The bottom line is, it's best to wear clothing before the 9 days and have everything on at least a half hour or so, so it doesn't have that fresh look. You can wear a few pants, a few shorts, a few shirts at a time, so that way it's no longer fresh. And even the undergarments, it's ideal to do that if you want to be mindful like those opinions, or at least put on the floor so there's a fresh look. And in Mitzvah Hashem, this will be the last time that we are mourning during the days. Mitzvah Hashem will be celebrating the Meir of Yameinu, the Big Dash and the Korbanos, speedily in that days.